Good evening and welcome to Tea Time.
Hey everybody, welcome to Tea Time. I'm so glad you're joining me tonight. No, it's not Monday night, 8 o'clock. Unfortunately, my guest last night couldn't make it here to the studio, so I'm going to reschedule with Danny Schiavone on another night, maybe in November. In the meantime, I'm going to talk. It is Tuesday. It is October 11th. I'm going to talk about my weekend real quick and then get to my guest. I have an in-studio guest. Okay, so Friday night, I went to the Nutty Irishman to see my friend Rich, who I'm in Bat Boy with, band perform. And then I ended up here at Paradise Studios, and Bobby and I and a bunch of people sang karaoke till like 1 o'clock in the morning. We did everything from Sugar Hill Gang to Earth, Wind and Fire. You name it, we did it, and it was a blast. So come down on a Friday night here to Paradise Studios. It's a lot of fun. Saturday I stayed home, just chilled. Sunday did laundry, went to my sister's for tacos with the family. And yesterday was Monday, and I was actually filming The Wizard's Books with Joe Simonera in Valley Stream. That was my weekend. I also want to say it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Girls, go get your girls checked. Okay, ladies, I'm wearing pink all month. They're having the breast cancer walk this Sunday at Jones Beach. Hopefully, God willing, I will be there. It is also Italian Heritage Month, and yesterday was Columbus Day, so hello to all my paisans out there. What else? Tomorrow is my brother Sal's birthday, so happy birthday, Salvatore. And yeah, and I also, for those who know, I did put on Facebook, my daughter had to have heart surgery today. She had heart surgery this morning. She's doing very, very well. I want to thank everyone for their prayers, their love, their well wishes, their positive thoughts. She's just giving me more gray hair. That's all she's doing to me. But I just want to thank everyone for everything, and I'll post something tomorrow about her update. So listen, I want to get to my guest. I'm very excited. He's here in person. He is Chad L Coleman. He's a producer. He's an actor. And we're friends on Facebook, but we actually met about 3 months ago. And I'm so excited that you're here. Hello, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
How are you doing?
I'm fantastic.
Yeah.
Living my best life.
I know, isn't that great?
Yes.
Well, I'm so excited. You know, we actually met, Bobby, I'm going to talk about it now. We met at Life. We met at Long Island International Film Expo. There we are. We clean up good, don't we? We look good. You look good. I was wearing a gown, and I did interviews for Deborah Markowitz that weekend. And yeah, and it was great meeting you, talking to you, getting to know you, and that was great. We're going to talk about actually your film that you put on there in a little bit. But I really want people to get to know you. You know, born and raised in Richmond, Virginia?
Yes,
originally.
that is correct, yes.
And you went to Anthony Kennedy High School, is that where you
Armstrong.
went? Oh, Armstrong was it? All right,
yeah.
It's misspelled.
Yeah.
Armstrong. That's why I said, why are there two names like that?
Two schools combined. There was 2 high schools.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Armstrong and then Kennedy. John F. Kennedy was one school.
Yeah, we have a John F. Kennedy in Queens.
Of course, yeah. My ex-wife went there. She did. I told you.
Well, I lived
Valley
right there.
Stream, yeah.
I know.
Yes.
That's great.
Small
okay,
world.
so you had joined an after-school program
Yeah, the All City Theatrical Program.
Yeah.
And initially, I was just so shy. So
You were you a shy kid? Yeah.
I was shy when it came to acting. So I would just be. I would be hanging around watching them do it, and then I would be telling them how they should say it. But
Directing.
I was directing early. But I wasn't in it, you know. And then my friend was like the thespian, you know, of the school. Everybody, he was in everything. And he's the one that told me that I should do it. And somebody dropped out of the musical we were doing. And Wonderful Town.
Wonderful Town. Yeah.
And he told the director that I wanted to do it. And
really?
I just remember him slamming the script in my face.
It was a musical.
Yeah.
Do you sing?
Yeah, I sing, but it wasn't, that role didn't require me to.
Right.
But I was Frank Lippincott, so it was more the comedy relief stuff.
Yeah.
For that, I sang a little bit in that one. But I mean, that's how it started.
That's how it all started.
Yeah.
And then you actually went to Virginia Commonwealth University?
Yeah, so I ended up going to VCU. Initially, I was supposed to go to NYU, Tisch School of the Arts, and I got accepted. And because of the circumstances of my life, I was supposed to get a free scholarship. And that Ronald Reagan changed the rules on the books, and it changed everything. So I ended up having to go to VCU, and I went for a year, and just felt like I wanted to get to New York. So I ended up going into the military.
Yes,
for
the
4
Army.
years. Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. Yes. Well, easy service for me. It was a peacetime Army, and I was doing video production and
you were
radio
cameraman.
and
You were a
television.
cameraman.
Yes, absolutely. So that was a fun experience. I traveled all over the world and was in my normal civilian clothes mostly.
Really?
Yeah. It was great. It was an amazing experience. I got to go to places like Alaska, Japan, and all over Germany.
Wow.
And, so it was an amazing experience. That was 4 years of life experience as opposed to sitting in a classroom. So
Absolutely.
I think that was to my advantage, you know.
I think so too. So when you came back, where did you land?
When I got out, my girlfriend from Virginia Commonwealth University, she was from Patterson, so her and I stayed together through the military because I was stationed at the Pentagon in D.C. and housed in Fort Meade, Maryland, so I was close to home for the first 2.5 years, and the final 18 months I was in Fort Leavenworth, Kansas. So when I got out, her and I got a place in Parsippany, New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You ended up in Jersey.
I did. I ended up with guys, cops parked out in front of the, around the building, like, hello, do you have a key? It's like, what? It's like, no, I left the key inside.
Right.
Make sure you have, let me see some ID, make sure you have your key.
Oh, wow.
It's like, wow. But yeah, so I landed in Jersey, and then I went over to the city, Route 46, you know, 3 and 46, and from Parsippany, and went into the city. And by that time, my teacher, Robert Pemberton from high school, he was in New York pursuing his career, so he helped me out with, like, you know, backstage or picture and resume, what it should look like, and all that. And so I followed his instructions. And
Did you have a particular actor you enjoyed watching growing up?
Well, no, we were doing it, so, you know, but we all watched Sidney Poitier, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, I told my teacher back then I was better than him.
What?
He said, don't you ever say that out loud.
Wow.
He said, don't you say that out loud to me. Let's just say I wasn't short on confidence for sure.
But you know what? That's half the battle is confidence. Confidence and
absolutely.
being able to hear the word no, because, you know, you hear that a lot. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I tell people all the time, just find your yes. It's out there. So if you concentrate on that, then it's going to be...
That's great advice, because we have a lot of comics and actors that, you know, watch the show, and a lot of people in the entertainment industry, you know.
Just
wise words, really.
Listen, I mean, I've done it both ways, so I understand completely. But you end up feeding your own misery when you focus on the negative of what you didn't get.
That's the thing.
What you did
You
get
have
is
to let
the
it go.
opportunity.
Right.
Well,
You
you
just
get
have
the
to let it go.
opportunity to perform. That's
Right,
all.
right.
You don't have control over many outcomes, and there are many things that you have no control over. So just surrender that.
Yeah.
And just focus on the positive and focus on what the experience was like and
Well,
getting the
speaking about
opportunity.
outcome, what was your very first professional gig? Was that in 1992 with Here and Now? It was a TV series?
Absolutely. But I mean, prior to that, I was a stand-in on the Cosby Show.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I did that pretty
A friend
much.
of mine does stand-in work. He likes it.
It wasn't for me, but I was
I don't know
doing
if I could do it. I
Nah.
want to, I want to be saying lines.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
no, that's
I
what
wanna act,
happened, and
you know?
that's what I was like. First of all, I thought I was auditioning to be on the Cosby Show, but that
Oh.
wasn't the case. And then once I started doing it, and I realized what it was, and I wasn't
Right.
going to have an opportunity to be on the show, I was disenchanted because
Yeah.
I know I was like, I'm doing what they're doing,
Right.
just for practice, but
Right.
I can do this. So I was ready to go to work, bro.
Well, over the years, you've really accomplished a lot, and it's nice to be a consistent. Look, this my goal is to be a consistent working actor. I think that's everyone's goal. I mean, fortune and fame, nice, but for me, I do it for the love of it.
There you go.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so do
and
I.
it's nice when you constantly have something going on, and you've done television and film and theater. You've really dabbled in a lot of different things. But you know what? We're going to take my first quick break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about what he's dabbled in and what he's done. So don't go away. Be right back with Chad L. Coleman.
Well, hi there, Teresa. It's John York from General Hospital. I am just checking in because apparently you have a great talk show called Tea Time on Strong Island TV. I want you to have continued great success and have a lot of fun. It sounds like you're having a lot of fun, and that's pretty much the key to everything, isn't it? So continued success. I'm proud of you. Have a great day, Teresa. Bye.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. I'm so glad you're joining me tonight. Yeah, it's not Monday, it's Tuesday. It's a special tea time, and I'm with a special person. He's an actor, he's a producer. Chad L. Coleman is here. You have seen him in many, many, many things. He's done TV, movies, theater. We're talking about his career and TVs. Let's just throw out some stuff. I mean, you've done Law and Order, New York Undercover, Third Watch, Guiding Light, New Amsterdam, CSI Miami, The Good Life, Criminal Minds. It goes on and on and on. The Goldbergs, you've done comedy, Family Guy, Sunny in Philadelphia. And then in 2004, you have The Wire.
Right.
Playing Dennis Cuddy Wise, and that's an Emmy Award nominated show.
Oh, yes.
And tell me about that.
Just an incredibly critically acclaimed show that's
Yeah.
probably seen as one of the best television shows ever produced.
Yeah.
Took place in the city of Baltimore. Everything that happened from the mayor's office down to the streets, and just very authentic portrayals of African Americans, and from the mayor down to the drug dealers and drug addicts, and
And how'd you land that part? How'd you?
I auditioned for that,
Okay.
and they were looking. Alexa Fogel was casting, and she I had gone in for something else, and she liked the beard, and she thought that was a good look for Cuddy. Dennis Cuddy Wise was the character.
Yeah.
And so I went in and for David Simon and Nina Kostroff, and I read it, and then they said, well, he's not sure of himself because he's just coming out of prison.
Okay.
He's not sure. And I just asked if he was removed. You know, that's a person who's in their head. They may be present, but they're in their head. So, because considering he was trying to change his life and do something other than what he'd already known, which was being muscle in the streets. So he had a lot going on in his mind. And they said, yeah. So when I went to do it again, I forgot everything I was supposed to say, and it all just came out, and that was as authentic as you could be.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I ended up playing the part.
Then in 2012, you get The Walking Dead, Tyrese Williams.
Yeah. So Tyrese was, I got Tyrese primarily.
Bobby, I think I got a couple of pictures of that you could put up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you could throw some up there.
Yeah, I got that primarily because Robert Kirkman, the creator of the Walking Dead, the graphic novel, he had seen my performance in The Wire and thought I would be perfect. So he had already talked to the studio and said that I would be perfect for it. And it was already online, like who should play the role. It was like between myself, Malik Yoba, and I think Idris Elba.
Wow.
And and Kirkman went to bat for me, and so I ended up playing in that iconic show that's about to come to an end now.
I know.
Or one aspect of it.
Yeah.
So it was, I had an amazing time playing that part.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I did.
He was a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in 2017, you get the Orville.
Yeah, and I get a chance to work with Seth MacFarlane.
Yes, and Seth works with Seth MacFarlane. You can put that up, and we're going to show a picture, too, of Seth. There you are.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Oh, my God. I've never met the man, but he's amazing.
He is.
He
He's
really,
a
really
genius.
is. He's a comedic genius.
Yeah,
he absolutely is.
Drama too, because the
Drama
Orville
too,
is funny and serious.
Yeah,
so
and Family Guy.
Oh yeah, well that's
did
a
Family
different
Guy
animal.
too.
Yeah.
It's a
But
different animal.
It is because it has,
I know.
The tone of the Orville is totally different.
Yeah,
from
no.
that.
And then we have a picture of you in makeup that Bobby can put up.
Yeah, a little bit of it. I was fooling around a little bit.
I have to tell you,
yeah.
how long does that take?
Oh, it only takes an hour and 10 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, it's a cowl. So most of it you just pull over your head.
Right, that's what I figured.
Like a hoodie.
And
tack it down. And the face is just 3 parts, like a Batman mask and a chin. Yeah, it's designed to be very efficient.
And they offer both. It's amazing how we can really transform ourselves. We are chameleons.
Yeah,
you know that, right?
Prosthetics help too.
Yeah.
So,
oh wow,
that was
amazing.
I love being on that show. We play the family of the Mocklins.
Right.
From the planet Mocklus, and we take on a lot of amazing issues, and love working with my castmates.
Oh sure.
Yeah, it's a good deal.
And how'd you get that?
I tested for Bordis. Bordis is the.
Oh, okay.
Bordis plays my mate. Yeah. So I tested for that, and then Peter got that.
I don't know if I sent you that one too, Bobby. Did I send you another one? With this character's name on it? I don't know. I don't remember. I sent him a bunch of pictures. Okay.
Yeah. So the guy that plays my mate, Bordis.
Right.
He got that role.
Yeah.
And then when they came back looking for Clyden. Seth was just like, just get Chad. So.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
Oh yeah. And
it's nice when people see you in something and have you in mind for something else.
Yeah, it's work begets work. That's what we hope, and So that's how it's been in my experience.
Yeah, and you and The Walking Dead was actually, I mentioned Golden Globe nominated. I mean, so, you don't work on shabby series, let me tell you.
No. These are, this is some groundbreaking stuff.
They're up there.
Yeah.
They're definitely up there.
Definitely.
And then you've done some movies. In 2002, you did Monday Night Mayhem was the O.J. Simpson. It was actually on TNT movie.
Yeah, with John Turturro playing Howard Cosell. 'Cause it was the story of Monday Night Football.
Right.
And O.J. was on there at one point. So I was having the opportunity to work with John Turturro, but also, I was right for the role, and it had nothing to do with Nicole and all of that.
Right.
Pre-Nicole.
Yeah.
And but there was so much anti-OJ sentiment going on in the world at that time.
Yes.
By the time the movie came out, there was a very pivotal scene between myself and John Turturro, and they cut it out. And that was one of the reasons why I did it. It was a very dramatic, powerful scene between OJ and Howard Cosell had a riff on air, and Howard Cosell threatened not to do the Super Bowl.
Right.
And so OJ went over there to Mea Culpa, and it was really heartfelt scene and breaking down, crying, and I never forget shooting it, and John Turturro just really giving it to me, and it was awesome. But they said,
it's a shame it ended up on the editing.
well, TNT felt like there was going to be backlash if they showed OJ in a favorable light. So that's what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
People,
well,
they were afraid that.
Yeah, it was that call at the time.
Yeah, it was a tough, timing is everything, and it was a tough deal.
Yeah.
So, but Entertainment Weekly gave me a wonderful review,
Yeah.
and Spike Lee came to the set because Ernest Dickerson was directing it. Ernest used to be his DP, and he's like, "Yeah, I see you, OJ." I played the role,
Yes,
Unfortunately,
you did.
the man went on to do some horrific
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
Guys,
Tell me about Wifey.
Wifey was wonderful. Queen Latifah was one of the producers behind that, and there was a simulcast on BET and VH1.
Right.
And inevitably, the wheels fell off, and because it's just got tricky personalities concerning two networks doing one show, and then maybe one network having more ratings than the other.
Yeah.
So it never came off.
And tell me about the Michael Jackson. You did Searching for Neverland.
Yeah. Derek Whitfield was the last security guard for Michael, and he wrote about his experience with Michael and how Michael was so intent on being a good father and really taking care of the kids and trying to live a somewhat normal life. So that was the reason why I wanted to do it. I'm a father, and believe in family, and it was a heartwarming story, and just reflecting on another side of Mike instead of all that wacko jacko stuff.
Yeah.
And it was really wonderful.
It's nice to tell
And
another
I'm
side.
sorry, it's Bill Whitfield.
Oh, okay. No problem. Life, Love, and Soul.
Yeah, Life, Love, Soul was an independent film that I was able to do with my boy Jamie Hector. We did the YA together and been friends forever. And just a coming-of-age story for two young African Americans. And it was just wonderful that we were able to do this love story thing. And again, family, a very strong theme. And it was a beautiful piece. And, without having to be about violence or drugs.
That's the whole thing.
It was really about two kids just making certain choices, and she ends up pregnant, and they have to deal. And I played the father, and it's a beautiful piece. Very well could be like an after-school special thing. But you can look it up. It's something you can watch with your family.
Yeah, all these things could be, found. What about Boldly Going Nowhere?
Well, Boldly Going Nowhere was a pilot for the guys from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Okay.
And at that time, it was their opportunity for a network comedy on Fox.
Yeah.
It was a spaceship comedy, and Tony Hale was in it, and Lennon Parham, and myself, and Glenn Howerton from Always Sunny. He was on it as well, and I played the ship's security, and it just didn't get off the ground.
Yeah,
So, full circle, I end up in the Orville spaceship
There's
comedy,
always
but it's a
something else
drama.
around the corner.
Yeah,
That's the whole thing. You know,
yeah,
if something doesn't pan out, there's something else that was meant
Oh yeah,
to
it's
be.
always next. So you
Yeah.
know, we always you can always aspire to what's next.
Well, I
So.
want to say hi to Greg DiFilippo's watching in Florida, and Michael Norton. I think you're in Florida. I don't know. Please like the show. Please share it. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I appreciate it. I'm with Chad L Coleman. He's a producer. He's an actor. You actually also do voiceover work.
Yeah.
For videos, which is really cool. I went over the list with my future son-in-law, and he's like, I play all of them.
There you go.
And you did the Warriors.
Yeah.
50 Cent Bulletproof.
Bulletproof, yes.
Right? Bully.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
And Left 4 Dead 2.
Well, yeah, I was Coach. That's the one that's
the one that's, yeah.
most memorable.
Yeah.
People are still loving that to this day. Yeah, Left 4 Dead 2. The
Well, you have a
the
very
coach.
distinctive
I'm
voice.
been fortunate to,
Yeah.
you know, that's some DNA, some training, you know.
Okay.
And Shakespeare
Yeah.
helps you to develop your instrument. I also used to sing in the choir and things like that. So, yeah, all those things kind of help the pipes, but at the same time, it is DNA as well. So.
But there's nothing like live theater.
No,
You know,
I
live
love
theater
it. I've been seeing theater, you know.
Yeah.
So it's August Wilson, and so it's Top Dog Underdog Revival, the Cost of Living. Yeah, it makes me want to get back on the stage for sure. I was last on Broadway in 2009, so.
Okay.
Yeah, and the President of the United States and the First Lady came to that production of Joe Turner's Come and Gone.
Wow.
And, yeah, it was an amazing
That's
experience.
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
How long was that? How long was that for you?
2009, we did that for 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, through Lincoln Center. Yeah, we ended up at
Nice.
the Velasco Theater
Nice.
with Bartlett Sher directing, and LaTanya Jackson.
Is there anything
Sam
you haven't
Jackson's
done
wife.
yet? I mean, really? Is there anything we really covered it all?
Yeah, I mean, I got things coming that
Yeah?
cover some of the things I hadn't done. I'm the
Okay,
lead in a
that's
movie
good.
for TV1, a Christmas movie called A Christmas
Yes,
Prayer.
A Christmas Prayer. I
Yeah.
have it right here. That's
Yeah.
I got it, baby. I got you covered. It's
Yeah,
right
so
here.
I'm excited about being #1 on the call sheet, and it's
Nice.
a beautiful film. We got Marla Gibbs, and we have Stan Shaw,
Oh, how nice.
and Creflo Dollar. So it's going to be a beautiful. It's a very
love
real
it.
story. You know, not seasonal fluff.
Right.
It's a very. He's up. You know, I play a pastor, and he's up against some very serious situations. But
Is that the first time you're playing a man of
beautiful.
the cloth?
Yes. So it was an homage to my brother.
Okay.
My older brother Donald. And Donald Coleman is he's been a pastor since he was 19 years old. And
Wow.
he's well into his 60s now. So, yeah, I leaned on that.
Where was that filmed?
That was filmed in Savannah, Georgia.
And that's where I was.
Oh, okay. That's a beautiful place.
It's
Love it.
gorgeous.
It's hot, but
It's hot.
yeah,
It
it's
is hot.
for sure,
It was
but
hot.
Yeah, that was a beautiful experience. So looking forward to.
That's great. I can't wait for it to come out.
Yeah.
And see it.
Yeah, that's going to be December 11th on
Oh.
TV1.
Great. Awesome. There you go, December 11th. All right, we're going to take my next quick commercial break. More when we come back. Don't go away, everybody. Stay right there.
Doc, who's the best comedian you know?
Teresa Farrow.
And who's the best actress you know?
Teresa Farrow.
And who's the best cast member in Bad Boys?
Teresa Farrow.
Who's got the best radio?
Teresa Farrow.
Doc, who's your favorite Jimmy?
Teresa Farrow.
Who are you loving right now?
Teresa Farrow.
All right, Doc, I love you too, baby.
Love you as always.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. Thank you, my friend Doc. Doc is at the game tonight. Yankees are playing. And hopefully I'm going to get him in studio. And thank you, John York and Sal the Voice Valentinetti. Sal's going to be performing in LA with my friend Donnie Most from Happy Days.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. So
Oh,
we're going to be
yeah,
doing
he's
a show together. I'm excited for them. So Chad L Coleman is here, and he's an actor. He's a producer. The man does everything: movies, film, TV, theater. He sings. Do you dance?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
This is great. This is really good. I mean, it's like I say, I sing, I act, I dance. I'm like J-Lo without her ass or her money. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It works. It works. So speaking about working, you know, I had mentioned before the Long Island International Film Expo, Life. We were there in July, and on July 14th, I went to the H45 slot, and I got to see your film, Wish Lab Inc. And you were the executive producer for that?
Yes.
You starred in that?
Yes.
I loved it.
Thank you.
I wanted more. I didn't want it to end.
Okay.
So I'd like you to explain to everyone how it came about
Yeah.
originally, and then how it was adapted to a film.
Yeah. So the short film is based on a play called Socrates, written by the most wonderful Susan Haar. So when she told me that she had this 2-character play, and I read it, I thought it would be great for myself and Noemi Buttinger, who was my girlfriend at the time from Austria. And so we started doing stage readings of it in New York and LA. And I just thought that it would make an amazing short film. And so Susan gave us permission. It did. And so I cut a 99-page play down to 19 pages. And Noemi's cousin.
That's not easy to do.
No, it's not.
At all.
No,
For those of you who don't understand that.
Yeah, but when you do
you know,
readings,
and to keep the essence and to keep the essence of it. You know.
But because we've done so many readings, I knew where to where to cut it.
Yeah.
And then Sam Dysenberger, which was Noemi's cousin, he came on. We decided to allow him to direct. He's a young phenom, and he was at a major film school in Austria. So they found out what we were doing. They gave us some money, you know, calling it you know, an American and Austrian collaboration. And then they gave us 2 studios to shoot in. And then Noemi's father, Andreas, he did the art design for the show and built the set. And her cousin, she did the costumes. So it was like a family affair from her. And we shot it in Austria. It took us like 3 weeks in January of 2018. And it was ready to go by, say, 2019, maybe a year later. And so we've been submitting it to film festivals, and it's been screened.
Tell everyone a little synopsis about it.
It's a love story between 2 people. A couple is having difficulties having a child, and a decision is made that just severely affects the outcome of all parties involved. Has to do with cloning.
There's a big twist.
And there's a 22-year time jump, and it has special effects, and it's a great piece.
It is.
I'm very, very proud of it.
It is.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll be getting accepted into other festivals. We screened at the Soho Film Festival and the Village East Theater, and it was great to see it on the big screen.
Yeah, isn't it nice?
Yeah, it's a great piece. So.
How did you react the very, very, very first time you saw yourself on the big screen?
I think, you know, for the first time I saw myself on TV. That was, you know, it was like, wow, you know, it's exciting. And then, but the main thing is like the next day when people are calling you the character. And so it's like, wow, okay. Yeah, I was on the train and they were calling me the character from New York Undercover. So I was like, wow, it's very surreal.
Isn't it? It is, isn't it?
Very surreal, very exciting.
It's like years ago I did a lot of theater back in the day, and I did a Pajama Game. And I played Poopsie.
Okay.
And after the show, it was adorable. Little girl came up to me, and her mother said, my daughter would like a picture with Poopsie.
Aw.
And can you sign this for her? So I signed it Poopsie, and I took a picture with her. And it's like, it just, it makes you feel good,
Who's this little girl?
This little,
Can you
so
produce
sweet.
this?
It's so sweet.
We'd love to see it. Yes.
It's like cute. It's
It
just
is.
cute.
It is. It is.
But the very first time I saw, I did a movie with Fred Carpenter on Long Island, an indie film. I play a prostitute.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm waiting for the creds, right? So I'm waiting for it to say prostitute, Teresa Canis, Tracy Farrell.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I'm waiting to watch it. And it says prostitute. And then next to it said prostitute. And I was like,
oh my God.
What?
No, she was not typecast. She
I was like,
acting.
no, what
That's
happened?
She was acting, folks. She is not
I know,
a
really?
woman of the streets.
No,
okay?
no, but it was a little surprising and shocking, and things happen.
Yeah.
Things happen. I get
Yeah.
it, but I was like a little dumbfounded.
Exactly. The wires got crossed
like,
on that
what
one.
happened?
Yes, everybody wants to see their name in
Wow.
the credits. for
Yeah.
sure.
No, it's nice. My daughter makes fun of me. She's like, because I'll tell her what I'm doing, and she's like, talk to me when you're on Law and Order. Then come talk to me. Like, it's like that'll be like,
Well, I got her stamp of approval because I've done
Yes,
Law and
you
Order
have.
3 times. So,
Yes.
It's good. Yes. That's it. That's what a lot of people say. If you don't have Law and Order on your resume, you're not a New York actor.
I know. You also, I also want to talk about a little bit about you growing up. You grew up in the foster care system.
Yes. Unfortunately, it was 5 of us, and my brothers were 7 and 6. My sisters were 4
like
and
11
3.
months old or
And I was
something?
11 months
You were
old.
really-
Yeah.
you were an
I was,
infant.
yes. And it's just an unfortunate series of circumstances. And so my brother was trying to take care of us for an extended period of time, and he tried to cook for us, and he ended up setting the place on fire. So the authorities came in.
Yeah.
And when the authorities came in, fortunately, we pretty much ended up in one foster home. And
Together.
George and Lottie Bird took all of us, which is unheard of.
Oh, sure.
So I was able to be raised with my brothers and sisters, which was huge.
And then your grandmother took you in?
Yeah, then she took us subsequently when my foster parents decided to move to Boston. We wanted to remain in Richmond,
Sure.
a place that we were familiar with.
Right.
And so my brothers and sisters weren't going, so I didn't go. And so we had to find somewhere.
Right.
And so my maternal grandmother stepped in. And so I lived with her until I, graduated high school. So.
Well, I'm mentioning this because you like to give back to the community and to kids. You have something called Living Advantage.
Yeah, Living Advantage.
And it's about kids that age out. What happens to them after they age out?
Well, that's the thing. They have to fend for themselves,
Right,
pretty much.
right.
So and a lot of times with the constant moving in different group homes and things, they lose vital papers. So we help them get all their vital papers from the Social Security card and driver's license and all birth certificate, so
Right.
that they can, find a place to live and
Right,
find a
right.
job, which
Yeah.
is crucial to anybody's
It's nice
transition.
because it's kind of like you feel like you're not forgotten.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
So that's huge. And you also did something called Date with Dad. I know you're
Yeah.
not doing that right now,
That was
but you were a
Girls for
spokesperson, and
Change.
that basically is it's like a father-daughter thing.
Yes, and I have, having my daughter, I was definitely, Angela, I don't know why I'm spacing on Angela's last name right now, but she runs Girls for Change,
Okay.
and it's an amazing organization out of my hometown in Richmond, Virginia, but it's had an influence all across America. Many people are trying to replicate the stuff she's doing.
Right.
Angela Patton is her
Okay,
name.
all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's amazing, and it's Girls for Change. So at one point, the organization, the girls were like, we want to throw a date with Dad dance, and one of the young ladies was like, I can't do it, my dad's in jail. And the other girl said, well, why don't we just do it at the jail? So they came to Angela, and she said, well, I can't tell you that, but I'll go to the sheriff at the time, Sheriff Woody, and he said, yeah, that's a great idea.
Wow.
So go into the prison with the girls. We get the suits for the guys and all sorts of things. They dance.
Yeah.
They do all sorts of games and things together. Write each other's poetry. Play all sorts of games. And it's beautiful. And it's changing the narrative. You know, instead of it being a place of stigmatized and suppression or subjugation, it becomes filled with love and hope, and the girls are crying. They don't want to leave the dad at the end. And most of these men are men who are going to transition out, so they've gone through a particular program as well.
Yeah.
So it's an amazing experience, and I hope we'll begin to continue to do it again. But the new sheriff just didn't see eye to eye about it.
It's such a positive thing.
It is, and we ended up doing it in Washington D.C. And so I hope we will. But with COVID and things like now, things are some things are restrictive. So
still are.
But it's an amazing program, and Angela Patton is an amazing human being.
Yeah.
With the work she's doing with these young African American girls, exposing them to everything, and whatever it is they would want to do, they have the foundation through going through her program to do it.
Wow, it's amazing.
Yeah,
really
it is.
amazing. All right, we're going to take my last commercial break. Don't go away. Stay right there. More with Chad when we come back.
Wonder Woman was everything to little girls, especially that look like me. She stands for being a voice for people that need a voice. My organization renovates homes for people with disabilities. And when I come home, a self-care routine makes me feel my best. I'm very proud of the difference that we're making, and to see that impact in my community inspires me to work even harder for everyone around me.
How you doing? It's Sal the Voice Valentinetti. Why are you watching me? You should be watching Teresa Canastraci, Tea Time with Teresa Canastraci Farrell. And make sure you follow Teresa on Facebook, Tea Time with Teresa Canastraci Farrell. We'll see you there.
I love the way you say my name. I love
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. That's Gina and Vinny from Rescuing Families. They have a beautiful nonprofit where they help people with disabilities renovate their homes. Bobby's going to put up the flyer real quick. They're actually having a huge yard sale this weekend in Franklin Square. It's not a garage sale, people. It's a yard sale. We're talking 1,700 square feet of stuff to purchase. Clothing, houseware, whatever you're looking for, collectibles. They have. All the money goes to their nonprofit. Again, rescuingfamilies.org. You can check them out. They are a wonderful organization. It's rain or shine. It's tented. So there's no excuses. Come out and spend some money, and the money goes to a great cause. Thank you, Bobby. I love them. Nice. Chad L Coleman is here. He's a producer. He's an actor. We were talking about his film. And everything he's been in, from TV, movies, theater, he's done everything. I want you to know that you can find him on Facebook under Chad L Coleman. You could find him on Insta. And I want to talk about what's going on now, because I'm seeing you wearing a special hat. On your head. It says Superman and Lois.
Exactly.
Can you talk about that?
Well, that's season 3, and I'm coming on as a major villain, Bruno Mannheim, and he's responsible for transforming South Metropolis into a thriving place, and he's out for Superman. So
nice.
Yeah.
Do you like playing bad guys?
I don't think of it like that. I just think
Okay.
of it as it's a human being that's making
All right,
choices.
okay,
So,
all right.
he justifies what he does.
Well, it makes sense in his head. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People see it one way, but but it's also a certain level of ambiguity to it. That's
Right.
part of the character. What we want to do with it, to have people
Right.
understand that he makes sense and
Right.
wow,
Right.
and he has value, and so it makes it him a more formidable foe. So
Right.
yeah, we're having a good time.
And can you say where you're filming that?
Yeah, we shoot in Vancouver.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
All
beautiful.
right. You're gonna be there for a while.
Yeah.
It's
so-
exciting.
It is.
It really is exciting.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's great. It's a great gig. I'm excited about being a part of DC family. And,
Yeah.
very thankful.
And we have that
for this.
picture of Stan. You want to throw that up, Bobby? Thank you very much. The man, the myth, the legend,
Yeah, absolutely.
Stan Lee.
Yeah, it was amazing
Wow.
to meet.
Where was
him.
that when you?
New
took
York
that
Comic Con.
pic?
Yeah. So yeah, it was such
Amazing.
an amazing experience to meet the legend. He's such
Yeah.
a low key, sweet human being. God rest his soul.
Yeah. It's amazing. I love how he, because I would watch everything and he's placed strategically.
Oh yeah, and each.
And sometimes I catch him, and
Right.
sometimes I wouldn't.
Wow.
But it was cool to try to.
that was his little
find them.
inside joke.
Yeah. It was great. It was
No,
great.
true legend for sure.
Absolutely. So it's exciting. Superman and Lois. That
Oh
was
yeah,
exciting.
yeah, it's a great show. It's a great show.
Yeah.
The first 2 seasons have been fantastic and really wonderfully received, and
Yeah.
a lot of my history, I've come into the 3rd season of shows, so
Really?
it's always been a good.
All
deal.
right, that's good because they're established. And,
Yeah,
you
and
know,
then they bring in a new storyline
Yeah.
and a new infusion of interest and energy. So
Yeah. So tell me, what did you do during COVID, that time period where we?
a lot of self-reflection and just
Were you in the middle of filming anything when it happened?
yeah.
or
I was the Orville.
So things kind of like
it took
postponed.
It took 2 years to get season 3 of the Orville done.
Yeah.
It's on streaming on Hulu and
Yes,
Disney
Hulu.
Plus.
Yep.
And so that took a long time, and it was a strange, wonky time.
Yep.
But it was also a really wonderful time to reflect and work on being a better man.
Right.
So
Right.
got to do a lot of wonderful internal work and clear understanding of who I am as a person. Self-examination is
I think a lot of
never
people.
hurts.
A lot of people changed careers, ended up pregnant or divorced.
Yeah.
There were a lot of changes.
Oh no, because people not dealing, a certain level of isolation, and
Yes. Yeah.
a lot of people haven't spent that kind of time, so it was very jarring for some folks. But
Yeah.
for me, it was like, this is a gift
Right.
to grow.
right.
I would rather have not been apart from my son and
Oh,
daughter,
sure,
but
sure. Yeah.
it was.
But it's always nice to turn a
fruitful
negative
time.
into a positive,
Yes, that's
you know?
well, and that's perception and perspective.
Yes, yeah.
And that's on you. You're the one telling yourself the story
Absolutely.
of how you see. There are certain things you can control,
Right.
and your perspective and perception are definitely things that
Yeah.
you can participate in. You're gonna see it half empty or half full.
Amen.
If you see it half full,
Yeah.
you nurture yourself. No, it was a time people have to learn to self-nurture.
Yeah.
Not always look outside
It's true. It's so
for
true.
it's
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah.
Find
Right.
that inner peace.
Yeah.
A lot of meditation, chanting, and being clear and sure about what I really believed
Right.
about existence.
Yeah.
Really grateful for oxygen and gravity. For real, right?
it's true.
Without it,
No,
we wouldn't
I
be here.
know, I know,
So
I know.
it really drilling down into simple foundational things that you can approach life each day, and you can get consistency
Yeah.
because of those beliefs and practices that I have.
Do you have now, other than Superman and Lois, do you have anything else on the back burner?
Well, no, I did Girls 5 Ever. So
Yes.
and that was so much fun with Tina Fey. And,
Yeah.
yeah. It was Meredith Scardino. And I did 3 women for Showtime.
Oh.
And that's going to come out as well. And so, and I also have the, like I said, A Christmas Prayer coming out for TV1.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah. And then, and then we'll be moving into,
That's great.
at some point in 2023, you will all be introduced to Mr. Bruno Mannheim.
Nice.
Yeah. And he's filthy rich and very powerful.
Ooh, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's fun to play.
Let's talk about a podcast.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
Humble
the
Hollywood.
Humble Hollywood podcast with Chad.
Right.
So we're remastering it with the sound and the video right now.
Mm-hmm.
So whipping it into the best shape possible to, get a deal for one of these streaming platforms.
Yeah.
And I love doing it because I'm a naturally curious person, and I'm interested in what makes people tick.
Yeah, that's me.
And I'm also interested in having a great conversation. You know, stop all the polarizing, backbiting stuff. Just have a real good, nourishing, fruitful conversation. Yeah, that's what I'm doing with that, and I look forward to getting back to making more interviews once we get this packaged up real well and get the deal. I'll be back at it when I can.
That's really good.
Yes.
And you're like I mentioned, you and then you have this thing on TikTok. You're on TikTok too. This HHC podcast, is that something else?
Yeah, no, that's the Humble Hollywood.
That's the same thing.
Yeah,
all right.
same deal.
So it's the same.
It's a platform for it.
Okay, got it. I'm not on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm really on TikTok.
I'm so not on TikTok.
Just Instagram and Facebook.
I heard that's the thing to be on now. TikTok.
I know.
TikTok,
Yes, they do say that. That's for sure.
That's. But you've had such, a wonderful career.
Thus far.
And you no, but seriously, like I said, we talked about the thing is to be a consistent
actor.
Working consistently.
Absolutely.
That's the whole thing.
I made
you
a
have
career.
a beautiful.
Yeah.
Listen, you have thus far, like you said, you have a beautiful career.
Yeah.
You dabbled in a little of everything, and I enjoy watching you being these different characters.
Yeah, more to come. Trust and believe. Bigger and better things, for sure. For sure.
Oh, I so believe it.
Definitely hoping this
Do
role
you see
help
yourself
lead some
producing or directing anything in the future?
Of course, yeah. That's all a part of it. I have a mini series in development right now, and I'm working on developing some other projects, and I want to extend this my short film to a feature-length film. So,
nice.
Yeah, definitely directing, producing.
Yeah.
You've been given the talent, so use it.
That's the
I'm
whole
a
thing.
storyteller.
The sky's the limit, so to speak.
I'm a storyteller.
And you are. You really are. And I think that you have a lot of stories to tell, my friend.
I do. Looking forward to it.
You do. Do you ever think of writing an autobiography?
Yeah, definitely. Every time I tell people my story, they definitely suggest that. And
I think you actually suggested that to me when I told you about all my medical
it's
woes.
amazing.
Remember all my medical woes? You're like, I don't know.
I feel like you should do the one-woman show.
You said that,
and probably you should do a TED Talk in a one-woman show as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very inspiring.
I think I need help with that, though. I wouldn't even know where to begin,
Well, you could either get someone, you could just dictate it into...
Yes, I thought about that. My sister-in-law is a court stenographer.
Shoot, that's all you need. Just let her tip-tap away, and you should, first you get it down on the paper.
Right.
And then figure out what you want to do with it, how you want to do it. Yeah. But with you and the comedy and everything and the personality, I definitely
that's the first thing you said to me was, you should do a one-woman show.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You should. You really should.
Thank you.
But you could do a TED Talk first, too, just...
You have to wet your feet a little bit.
Exactly.
Exactly. See how that goes.
Yeah.
Listen, we have a minute and a half left. This went so fast.
It did.
Again, I want to personally thank you for doing this because the man doesn't live in New York. He just happens to be here. you know,
Yeah,
doing some things while you're here.
The
you
festival,
know.
Soho Film Festival,
Yes,
and everything,
and
seeing shows and stuff too.
but you're not in Virginia either. You're
No,
actually
I'm in Atlanta.
You're in Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta
know,
with my 9-year-old.
Yeah.
And I also come here to see my baby,
That's good.
my firstborn,
Yeah.
who's 22 years old.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Are you doing any kind of work in Atlanta at all? Are you doing anything there?
No,
In your hometown?
living,
All
living. I'm getting work everywhere else. So
Yeah.
I haven't. I worked in Atlanta a couple of years back. I did a movie, Cop Shop. So that was like, and then I worked in the town and doing a play at one point.
Yeah.
And of course, The Walking Dead. So
Yeah, that's true. This is so true. Well, listen, again, I want to thank you for doing this. I'm so glad that we were able to physically do this in person. Because if not, we were going to do virtual, but there's nothing like a warm body next to you. You know what I mean?
I do.
So listen, I want to thank Chad again from the bottom of my heart. And I'm
love,
blessed
of
that God
course.
put you in my path.
Oh, absolutely.
I really feel that way.
Yes,
you know that.
much love for you.
I want to
always.
thank everyone for watching my show.
Yes.
Really appreciate the love, the prayers for my daughter, and really supporting me and Tea Time on my show. You can watch Tea Time every Saturday at 11 a.m. on Channel 20 on Cablevision. Everyone stay safe, love each other, tell everyone you love them, and I'll see you next week, all right? Ciao, everybody.